Hi guys, and welcome to the channel. I am Marv. This is Readings by Marvelous Madame Tarot. This is going to be your weekly energy reading, carrying you through the energy of, or the time frame of October 29th through November 5th for the beautiful sign of Aries. Sun, Moon, Rising, and Venus. Aries, everything you need is below in the description box for you and your collective. Aries, Aries, Aries. I know you're looking at your cards right now. I'm going to get into the big ticket item for the week, and I do want to have you look at your cards while I'm talking to you. Who in the hell are you mad at? We're going to just talk about that. Just look at your cards, and let's get into the big ticket item now. As indicated by the title of this video, we obviously are still dealing with our eclipse blues. We're fresh off the heels of that eclipse that took place this past weekend, right? Happy Halloween. Hope your Halloween found you well and in good spirits. But the big ticket item that I want to highlight is Saturn going direct in Pisces. Just to give you a little recap, June 17th is when it went retro. It entered Pisces on March the 7th. And it stayed there from, March, April, May, and June. It was great. But then June 17th, not only did it go retrograde at 1:27 p.m. Eastern Standard Time, it also went backwards in Aquarius. How dare it? So for the whole summer and a little bit of the fall, we have been in a backwards retrograde, Saturn moving back into Aqua. And that is what we have to deal with. And as a result, when it goes direct, it's forward in Pisces. And that's taking place on Saturday, November the 4th, 2023 at 3:03 p.m. So what does this mean? Well, the Aquarius energy was an energy that we were in for a few years. It was a longer transit. That age of Aquarius, or the Great Aquarian Conjunction, or whatever it was called a couple years ago, which was literally a pain in the ass, Aries. But moving on, basically, if you want to know more about this, I'm not going to get too much into it in this video, then you can go to my website, www.marvelouslamadame.com, and I may be bringing this up and doing a part 2. If not, there is an article on my website and you can learn all about where it is affecting you. Let's get into these cards. Now, Aries, I asked you earlier who you were mad at. When we're starting out as the Lovers, apparently there is a deep spiritual connection between you and another person that's leading this energy this week. This is about love, relationships. It is about passion. It is about desire. And more importantly, it's about choices. In Aries, the Lovers it does speak to duality. Okay, yes. But it feels like you're angry with somebody. Okay, you are upset. Why do I say that? Because I see fighting, I see blocked emotions, I see a whole lot looking at this, but we're going to break it down. And then I do see a crossing energy as well. And neither one of them are really good for one another while we're sitting here tripping. So this really does look like you're wondering whether this person was real about you. You're wondering, you think about this person often, you're wondering whether you made the right decision. You're wondering if you made a decision to follow your heart with that Queen of Wands energy, which is very much so a welcome energy for you, which is the next energy, the next card next to that, which is, you know what you want to do. You followed your heart passionately. You chose another option. You went towards something that you were passionate about, or someone. I think right now you are questioning that decision. Okay, because you, as passionate as you was in that Queen of Wands energy, Aries, I do feel like the next card outside of the heart place, unfortunately, tells a different story. So what's in your heart is the Queen of Wands. Now, this could be this individual, or I feel like this is your energy. I feel like you still hold a torch for someone in a significant relationship. You thought of that person as your queen or your king. And you're still attracted to that person. But your passion also, bringing out the duality of this card, led you into another direction, because what's leading this energy is the Lover. So if you had a choice between the two and you have a significant relationship with somebody in the past, you walked away in order to follow what you thought in your heart. Because let's face it, as an Aries, you're going to move toward what makes you happy regardless. And a lot of the times when you do that, people accuse you of acting selfishly. You're following your own heart. You're marching by the beat of your own drum. But sometimes when you should stay, you go. And sometimes when you should go, that's when you stay. A lot of you Aries place people have a knack for following your passion, which leads you to you choosing these crazy ass relationships and choosing the wrong person. Because you're so led by your desire, you're not thinking about any of the other things that keep that indicates staying power in a person. You don't think about that, and that is what I am seeing. That is what I am seeing. Okay, so we're gonna get into this next card. So the next card leads us into 9 swords. Okay, so when we're looking at this 9 of swords, then this is giving you major anxiety. You have both of the new person, and whether that fizzled out, it could have, because your energy is very hot and fast, and then the longevity and the staying power of these connections are not very noteworthy. So it could have been that something that needed to be seen through, you did not invest enough time in, them to you or you to them. And as a result, now it is giving you a tremendous amount of anxiety with 9 swords. And so, you know, you may be at your breaking point. And it's anxiety, it's fear, it's negativity, it's breaking points, isolation, and despair. And when it comes down to the past, you're in pain about your decision. Like, you could have realized that this is a breaking point for you, or you know, you're feeling guilty, anxious, guilty, remorseful. And, you know, it could be that now that you've left that relationship, you've been living a nightmare because you realize that the grass wasn't green on the other side. And a lot of the times, if reconciliation is an option, it can only be done after this cycle is over with. Like, a lot of the times, you need to shed that. But what's interesting is what's crossing that at the same time is 2 of swords. So just as much as you're feeling guilty, you're stuck in the middle. You're in a stalemate. You're in denial about something, and you have to make a difficult choice. And I believe that the choice that you have to make is between choosing yourself and what you want, or choosing the person that you love. And the problem is that you're stuck in the middle. It could be a stalemate, and this is a choice. A person in the 2 of swords chose to cut their emotions off, and you may be feeling some type of way. You can't let go, but you can't go back. It's one of them things where it's like this wishy-washy way of, I can't go back to this person, but I can't let go at the same time, which is a really jacked up place to be. Reconciliation, again, could be a possibility, but only if this person truly decides to take you back, because this person may be pissed off at you, or you damn sure are upset with them. What led you to the Lover's card, which was the King of Swords? In your mind, you felt that the actions of this individual and whatever went on between you, that's why I asked you why you was mad at this person. Whatever led you, this means that, you know, because the King of Swords is about authority and discipline and integrity and high standards. You could have felt like this person was bringing you down, and you were logical. You like logic, king or queen. F this person, da-da-da-da-da. But you do have a tendency of making rash decisions, again, and putting your desire before your logic. So you thought, oh, now I'm looking at this from a logical standpoint. You know, forget this, da-da-da. And you thought you gained your clarity. You like, F this ain't working. I'm moving on. F this. Well, guess what? That's not, that wasn't the right thing. The clarity that you got was out of your anger. The clarity that you got in the past was only one-sided. The clarity that you got, you made that decision under duress because you were pissed off at the person. Whatever went on between you and this person that led you to move toward this other option in this Lover's card, because that's what did it. You were not thinking clearly when you did it. You thought you were only partially correct. And as a result, at the top of the deck, now they're fighting. You could be fighting with the new person with this Five of Wands. Because Wands is about what you do good, which is operate in fire energy. But now there is conflict and quarreling because you could be moving away or trying to separate yourself from this other person that you went toward and they not having it. And now there's conflict, tension, competitions, and clashes of the damn ego, which could have brought you to this same conclusion with the last person. Yes, conflict can't be avoided, but the honeymoon is over real quick, ain't it, Aries? And the thing about it is that this person, you're pissed off because, again, as I stated, you can't go back, but you can't let go. Now you fighting with the new person. This Five of Wands is a metaphor for you, the fight inside of yourself, the fight with the new people that you don't want to be bothered with. You just wanted to have sex with them or whatever. You thought they looked good and you was attracted to them physically and you don't want to be bothered. Now you don't know how this other person that you done left feel about you. Now you like, damn. And I'm going to tell you, they feel conflicted. They feel just as conflicted as you. They're not completely over it, but at the same time, because you guys never had an opportunity to really get over. Remember, you choosing to block out your feelings for the person and your guilt. When you lay down with yourself at night, you feel guilty. But at the same time, you also feel like you stuck in the middle. Because deep down inside, you are stuck between not letting go and not wanting to go back. But then at other times you realize because you're so worried about the wrong shit here. This is very specific for a couple of you, or this is how they're feeling about you. And this is what's coming out. So this is a cross. You know, when one sword is crossing another one, come on now. That's just crazy. One sword, two swords blocking the nine. So you're allowing the miscommunications and your denial to get in the way of the anxiety that you feel about a situation your ass caused. Again, you to them and them to you. So this is where we are. There is one major arcana that remains, and that is the Lovers. And we're going to go back to that really quick. The Lovers is what remains this particular week, Aries. And I'm going to let you know that the Lovers is definitely about choices. And if you read between the lines, this entire reading is about you making choices, okay? And at the end of the day, they're passionate about you. They still think about you. They may even miss this, but it's complicated. It's complicated, and that they're just as conflicted where you are, and you are allowing your anger and, again, that selfish ass logic to keep you from apologizing and doing what you want to do, because you feel that you can't go back, but you also can't let go. That's a hell of a place to be in. If you've lasted this long, like, share, subscribe to the Marvelous Tribe. I am actually, for your sake, I don't know whether this is going to do some good, I'm going to get a Divine Oracle. We don't have any cup cards, but we do have the Lovers card. So I'm curious to see how this person is feeling. They may be open to this, but the choice is yours. It doesn't matter whether they're open to it or not, because you are the one that's at a crossroads. I truly want to work on this connection. I feel like that's you. My emotions for you are running deep. Yep. Honestly, I feel like this is your ass. Yep. Without you, my life is so lost. In the past, I lacked the courage to come back to you. Yep. This is you. All of these cards clarify what I just said about you. Top of the deck, I am hopeful that we will reunite again. Yep. You lack the courage to go back. You got the courage to slay dragons and to do this and to do that. But when it comes down to being vulnerable and showing them damn emotions, that is not something that you like to do. And that depends on your flavor. So don't get your panties or your underwear in a bunch. You know, take it as it resonates, but somebody needed to hear it. If you've lasted this long, again, like, share, subscribe to the Marvelous Tribe. Aries, is always a pleasure. No matter what we talk about, it's still always a pleasure. And what I want you to know is that I am going to, if you are on my list, my mailing list, then you are going to be receiving an email in a few days that is going to be outlining our Thanksgiving inspired and Christmas inspired candles. And I will see you next week when we do it again. Bye, guys.